to be by himself. He must have been an introvert because he went away to gather energy. So, after doing a huge teaching. So he had gone off to be by himself, which was one of his spiritual practices. And the disciples went out on the sea in a boat. And a storm came up. And the wind was whipping and the waves were getting higher and higher and higher. And they became afraid. And they called out. They cried out. And all of a sudden, in the distance, they see this figure walking across the water to them. And it is saying to them, have courage, be not afraid, I am here. And so Peter, in the boat, looked at Jesus and said, Lord, if that is you, call me to come out on the water. And Jesus said, come. And so Peter got up and stepped out of the boat onto the water. And as long as he kept his eyes on his master, his Lord, which we would say the spiritual truth, he stayed up. Stayed up. But the minute the waves got greater, the wind was more intense, and he became afraid. He fell into doubt and started to sink. And in that moment, Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed him and said, "Oh, you of little faith." Now, I have no idea whether that literally happened or not. And for me, it doesn't matter. What I know is that it's metaphysically sound. It's spiritually sound. And the teaching is this, that when we keep our eyes on the greater truth of our being, which is what calls to you, it is about what is yours to do, it's about the greater good that you want to experience, it's about God in you, Spirit in you, we stay up. But the minute we begin to doubt and fall into fear, we sink. Yes? That seemed true to you. It sure is true to me. And so it's a call to keep our eyes always focused on where it is that we want to go and just take the next indicated step. That's really all that's required, is to take the step that you're on in the direction of your good and in alignment with the truth of who you are. Rumi has a beautiful statement. He says, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the stronger pull of what you truly love." Let yourself be silently drawn by the stronger pull of what you truly love. Like that. And the teaching is that we become what we contemplate. Whatever we contemplate, whatever we harmonize with, whatever gets the most of our attention, that's what we become. And so I invite you to close your eyes. So take a nice deep breath, let it go. And I just invite you to be right where you are, to take a moment to breathe into your physical body, to feel your feet on the floor and your body in the chair. Just begin to give attention to your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Just watching it and feeling it consciously to the top of your inhale. And then following it consciously to the bottom of the exhale. And then the inhale again. And the exhale, and allowing the cycle of your breath to be balanced the way you like to breathe. And feel the wheel of the breath, the wheel of life. You know that right at the center of the wheel is the heart of God, the heart of spirit, the heart of life. And let that center merge with your own heart center. And direct your breath in and down into that deep place in the heart that some traditions call the cave of the heart. And in this deep place, you contact the indwelling presence, the inner knower in you, your divine self, your higher wisdom self. It sees with the eye of the heart. And just take a moment to ask this divine self of your being to guide you now. And allow it to bring up into your awareness something meaningful, important in your heart, some aspiration, some heart's desire. Let that come up into your awareness. Something you would like to accomplish or do or be. Not judging it, Just know there's no small or large in God. Some of us are called to world-transforming changes, and others of us are called to just work right within our own units of being and expression. That being more loving is a huge goal. And so whatever it is that's in your heart about your life, imagine that a part of you has already gone forward across a territory and it stands there in fulfillment. And see yourself there. Taking a moment to feel what it would feel like to actually have attained that. To be expressing that, to be contributing that, whatever it is. And just take a moment to feel it as if it were already done. The joy, confidence, faith, pleasure, love. And now coming back to where you are in present time, let your inner self show you very clearly the one next step that needs to be taken in order to begin to cross the journey, to cross the territory, and to mind the gap. Whatever is the next step, let yourself acknowledge what that is. It may be something to express. It might be a communication to have. It might be something to release. An activity, a habit, a relationship, a business, anything. But just acknowledge the next step that Spirit shows you and see yourself taking the step and having done it. And so what I know is that not only is there a power for good in the universe that we can use, there's a power for good in the universe that seeks to use us for its expression. That we each are already whole and complete, nothing broken, nothing missing. We are here to acknowledge the call of Spirit upon our life, to feel into our most amazing heart's desires and our aspirations, and to begin the journey to cross the territory, to join up with the part of us that already stands there and is saying, come this way, you can do it. And I know that all that we do to be the fullest expression of who we are, we do on behalf of all of life. That every single step that we take in the direction of our good gives a message of that possibility to all the people around us. And because of that, we make our little corner of the net an even more beautiful place to be. And so feeling all of this, just put your hand on your heart for a moment, take a deep breath. If you want to, say yes. So with a nice deep breath, I invite you to open your eyes. Just take a look around for a moment. See all the other glittering jewels on the net. How beautiful you are. And so all I invite you to do, in the silence of your contemplations and in the activity of your decision making, mind the gap. Thanks so much.